It's not that Jethro Tull is my favorite band, but I kind of go through cycles where I'll really get into something and then I kind of go back to another band. But I do remember I really liked a lot of songs by Ian Anderson, who was in the band Jethro Tull. They were a British rock band. And I guess the thing that brought it back for me was when I was in middle school. My mom thought it would be cool for me to play the flute, and she still has a flute actually. It's like a beautiful, like, I would say it's a very high end flute, and that was the one I played. But honestly, me and a musical instrument, we don't get along. Okay, I love the flute, but I just never blew in it quite right. And every time I would go to play the flute, I didn't keep up on it when I was taking band as a kid. So I actually tried when I was trying towards the end. I wasn't practicing as much as I should have, but my mom would try and get me interested in the flute. Like she's like, listen, she told me, listen to Jethro Tull, Ian Anderson. Like he's really amazing. Like his flute work is really, really amazing. His lyrics are on point. Like some of his songs are just really good. And Bungle in the Jungle, like it has literary references to British poems and literature, but it's just like his own spin on things. He's like pretty deep, and I do like his flute playing. So anyway, I bought my sister a flute, and it just amazes me that after not playing it for years, like she's really good at it, but not me. I don't play musical instruments. I like to listen to them, but I like to sing along with the songs lately. Like I'll be listening to the flute parts of like what song do I keep playing again? Oh, Bungle in the Jungle. It's just really good, and I'm like I'm getting kind of obsessed with it. And I was up late one night just listening to Jethro Tull, and it just made me remember 70s music, 80s music was just so much better than the modern music, which lacks creativity, in my opinion. The lyrics are just like, they're deadpan. Like, I talked to my one friend and she's like, when we grew up in the 80s and the 90s, like, songs had, like, they just had more creativity to them, right? And now I'm almost like, ugh, I just find music today kind of boring to me, but that's just my take on it. You start to realize, like, oh my gosh, like everybody just they like this popular genre of music, and they don't investigate other genres, and it's just super boring. But anyway, I love to listen to music. I like to sing. I don't claim to be a professional singer, but yeah, I sing along with songs quite a bit when I'm listening to them. And I actually think I'm okay. I'm just not going to perform, like, not going to perform music. I'm doing it for my own entertainment. But yeah, I'm just really amazed. My sister, she's really good at the flute. Like, I can't, like, I think she should have kept it up. Anyway, hi, how you doing? So yeah, I'm just talking about music and playing a musical instrument. Like, I'm not going to play an instrument, but when I got her the flute, like I was playing some Jethro Tull for her because if you want to see really good flute playing, Jethro Tull, Ian Anderson, man, it's a genius. I'm telling you, like he wasn't like he's not like conventionally handsome. He doesn't look like. See, that's another thing too. I feel like today with music, they want like these people to look really attractive, but like a lot of these really good British rockers, they just looked like regular people, but they were immensely talented and they had like this charisma on stage, and he could dance, play the flute, and sing. I think he plays guitar too on some of his songs. I'm just like, I forgot how good Jethro Tull was. But when I was a kid, I really liked it too. But I think I was embarrassed because I was in a music class and we were all supposed to bring in some music. So I brought in like this Jethro Tull tape. And the kids were like, oh, that sounds like something our parents would listen to. And I was embarrassed to admit that I actually like that kind of music. Even at that time, I didn't love like, hi, how you doing? I didn't love like what was modern at that time. Even I've always liked things that were more creative, classically driven, like not classical music per se, but I love like classic rock from the 70s and 80s, and even like, I don't know, other bands I could talk about. Hi Viple, how you doing? So one thing I've been listening to is Jethro Tull, and I keep playing Bungle in the Jungle. That one's really good, but there's another one where there's some flute parts, like part of the machine. I don't think I could ever play the flute. I'm not like my sister. I can't. I didn't. I tried to play the flute for a good 8 months, and just I wasn't blowing hard enough into it. I think that was part of the problem. Honestly, you also have to be motivated to study an instrument, but I love to sing along with songs, like just for fun. So I love to like look up lyrics of songs, like back when songs had beautifully written deep lyrics, like Stairway to Heaven, Nights in White Satin. I'm thinking of 70s songs that just like there were thoughts behind these songs. The people in the bands wrote these songs. It wasn't just something that they bought from like a music writer and presented, that's why I was never really interested in these shows like American Idol, because I'm like, that's so boring just to watch people perform songs that they didn't write themselves. I'm like, I don't want to see like a whole bunch of cover, performances. I want to see something that's fresh and creative. And I have yet, like in the year 2020, to see a band that just makes me excited the way that Jethro Tull, the Moody Blues, the Scorpions, even like later in the 80s, Duran Duran. I haven't seen anything that's good like that. So yeah, I'm going to be listening to old music until something new and good comes out. I don't know when that'll be. Anyway, thanks for watching. I ended